today. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Looking to throw. McMillan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
2nd and 11 now. Back to throw. McMillan. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 79 yards.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. On play action, they'll throw. He's got his big tight end here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense, because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Taylor. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. De'Ami Brown. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
7 yards, the pickup there. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McMillan throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
That's to his running back, Gainwell. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
Now left left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down. McMillan. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off at the 49. 20. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Gibson. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Taylor. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Jonathan Taylor. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And Washington going to add on to their lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
To throw on second down, McMillan. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On first and 10, McMillan. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This one inside the 35. On third down, it's Gainwell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On first down, McMillan firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. Gainwell. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kenneth Gainwell. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are back within a score. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Kenneth Gainwell who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Washington offense back out there. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. First and 10, Taylor now. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Kelly. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, McMillan. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. They'll roll him out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The Eagles send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Now back to throw. That one caught by Gibson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by Kelly.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Hassan Reddick came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Off play action. McMillan. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Looking to throw on second down. McMillan. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On the handoff, Gainwell. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now it's right. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Jets who have the lead with that one getting close to halftime. The Jets trying to get to 2-0, and they've got the lead on the road. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Najee Harris with a couple of touchdowns there. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Brandon Ayuk, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. So here is Washington now to take over. Last week they got a good victory over the Dallas Cowboys, and they are in the driver's seat here right now as well. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots, They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Back to throw now on first down. Got a man. It's Brown. Not much there, only a yard. 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Back to throw here.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete to Kellen. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McMillan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McMillan.
And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington.
And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. On the draw is Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run with Taylor, and they'll get him down here at about the 42. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. So, Charles, they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. Now, last week, they had the close victory. This one more commanding, much more comfortable.
Well, the sense we got from them was that last week they felt like they didn't play their best. They got the win, but they weren't really on top of their game. But they put it all together here in this one, haven't they? What an impressive, impressive performance.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Second and 16. From the gun, McMillan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And here's a handoff to Gainwell. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw. McMillan. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd down at 5. They run once more with Taylor. And he's going to take this close to the 1st down markers. He stopped at the Eagles' 32. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Exit. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Now a give to Taylor. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McMillan. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Back to throw. McMillan got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing on first down. McMillan finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Looking to throw. McMillan rolling to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A collegiate star in nearby Maryland. This is Anthony McFarland. He stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. McMillan. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now Gainwell. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert there to make the grab. And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead now down to 20. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Taylor. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take it look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
He'll drop to throw. This will be caught by Brown. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 101 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll run here with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Washington, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.